Hello YouTube, it's Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Time again for the knife of the day. Actually, it's the knives of the day. This is really special. Just came in yesterday. It's an exclusive from Knife Center. It's Chris Reeve Inkosi's blacked out version, which is really unique. I'm sure they're limited. They're definitely exclusive. They've done them in large Incosis like you see here with the in single blade. Small Incosis. I bought the in single blade small Incosi and the drop point. There was also a Tonto blade, small and large. Again, Knife Center exclusives. Go check them out. They're not gonna be there for long. But if you're interested in a really nice set of knives, or just one of them, if you really enjoy Chris Reeve knives, as you guys know I do, it's my second favorite knife. Actually, I don't even know if it's the second favorite. I love Chris Reeve knives like I love Spyderco's. You might want to check them out. So let me put them down on the table first. So the thing about Chris Reeve knives are they are lifetime guarantee. They really are special knives. Everything you've heard about a Chris Reeve knife to me is true. Okay? Very tough tolerances. They always send you a knife with the tool because they know you can unscrew the tool up at the pivot or anywhere else and it won't mess up. Okay? You can tighten it back and it'll be the same because the tolerances are just so perfect. They really are. They feel like a tank. Some people say what they feel like is one of those big safes. It is just a wonderful knife. So let's talk about the Chris Reeve knives and the blacked out version. This is the large Incosi. I'll tell you, I used to own 10 or 12, literally, Chris Reeve Sebenza 25s. And you can tell a Sebenza 25 from a Sebenza because it has these two forward choils. Now, they introduced the Incosi, and it looks like a Sebenza 25 from the outside. Everything looks the same. This is what a Sebenza 25 looked like. The big difference from the outside, if someone's offering you a knife or you're online and you're looking at a knife and you want to just double check by looking at it, whether it's a Sebenza 25 or an Incosi, look at the clip. A Sebenza 25, the clip will line up with the lock bar. With the Incosi, they move the clip off of the lock bar. You see that? But the washers, there are washers and a lot of other things that changed. It's an update from the 25, and it's the Incosi. I always loved the 25. In fact, when the Incosi came out, I got so excited, but not for the large Incosi. Right now I have two large Incosis only. This is my second large Incosi. But I fell in love with the small Incosis. I really fell in love with the small Incosis. First of all, I enjoy small knives. I do. But that wasn't the reason. I already had Sebenza 25s. While the Incosi improves on the Sebenza 25, I just love, the improvements to me were not that much more. But the small Incosi was perfect, and I'll tell you why. While with the Sebenza, Chris Reeve had the small Sebenza. But with the Sebenza 25, they never did a small Sebenza 25. So the small Incosi was the first time you can get a smaller version, closer to a 3-inch blade version of the 25, and I just fell in love with them. And now I have a pretty sizable collection of small Incosis. I think 6 or 7 of them. But the blacked out version is really special. It really is. One reason is it's just classy. Now, the first thing that happened when these were announced by Knife Center earlier this week is that people said, that's great. I wish they could use blacked out hardware. Now, by the way, when I first heard about it, I saw it on Instagram on Knife Center's page. My first reaction was going to Knife Center and ordering 3 knives. Others were like, I wish the hardware was blacked out. The answer that came back from Knife Center was perfect. And what they said was, we asked about that, but the tolerances are so great that when you coat a blade and you have coated holes, coated titanium scales, with these tight Chris Reeve tolerances, the screws just wouldn't fit in. If you coated the screws, they just wouldn't fit in. And that's why you don't have the coated screws. But I'll tell you, I like the stainless steel accents on this. The 2 lugs and all of the hardware. I kind of like it like that. I really do. So let's talk about the large Incosi and the small Incosi. The large Incosi, 3.5 inches, 3.5 inch blade, 8.2 inches total, and 5 ounces. When you look at the small Incosis, whether it's the drop point, the Tanto blade, or what I have, the drop point or the Insingo, 2.75 inches. So you get a knife under the 3-inch limit that some states have. 2.75, just under that 3-inch level. 6.5 inches total. These are just a tad smaller. This is 2.75 inches. The small Sebenza is about 2.9 inches. So you can see it's a little bit smaller. 6.5 inch total, 2.9 ounces. What we'll do is we'll compare, actually we can do that now. Let's compare these to really the standard bearer. These are all American made, of course, in Iowa. So I figured what we'd do is take a look and compare them with Spyderco's American made out of Colorado for size. So you can see here's a paramilitary 2 with the large Incosi. So you can see pretty much the same size, and of course you get the para 3 with the 3-inch blade, just a little bit bigger than the small Incosi. Can you see that? Some people have asked me, if you're only going to buy, because, you know, Chris Reeve knives are known for costing a lot. I'll tell you, when I started knife collecting, about 4.5 years ago, Chris Reeve knives were one of the most expensive knives. Nowadays, though, there are knife makers, I'm not even aware who they are, that will sell you a knife for $400 or $500. Chris Reeve knives are more expensive than a lot of knives that you'll see, but I'll tell you, it is so worth it. Oh, it's so worth it. Especially as an EDC knife, a knife that you can literally, I can hand these down to my kids and my grandkids and know that they have a lifetime guarantee with great service. Just a really nice, wonderful knife. So happy to have these knives. I forgot what I was going to talk about. I picked up the knife and was going to talk about something. Anyway, there you have it. 3 gems for me. Just real nice gems. I'm so happy to be able to handle them. One thing, so these are the large Incosi blacked out. And then I decided to get, for my collection, 2 small Incosis. The in single blade, the drop point. On Instagram, someone asked me the question, what's the action? How does it handle right now? And first of all, it's right out of the box. So all Chris Reeve knives, you just open them up. And like I said, you feel so confident when they open up. Listen to it. The integral frame lock just is smooth and works. And then they work for a little bit and they get smoother. Never loose, just nice and smooth and perfect. The larger Incosis with the coating, you can feel a little bit of the coating. It doesn't grind. Sometimes you get coating and it's grind. It's smooth as anything. But you can tell that there's just that slight layer. And that'll wear out as well. That'll be really nice. The smaller ones, it's as if there's not even a layer on them. They're so smooth. Remember, this is right out of the box, like 48 hours old. One thing that someone has said online, that when they had the other coated knives, when they sent it in for a spall treatment is you send the knife in to Chris Reeve and you can say, you say, make it as good as new, and they'll make it as good as new. But with these coatings, they cannot recoat the blade at this time. And so what happens is they'll send it back to you with a brand new S35VN steel blade without coating because they can't coat them. So if that's a big issue for you, you might want to hold off. Not a big issue for me. I'm just happy to have these knives. Happy to have them as part of my collection. There you have it, something new. Not a Spyderco. I have a bunch of knives coming, a lot more Spydercos as well. Don't forget to subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the videos. If you have any comments, please give me the comments. I appreciate you all. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.